Hello, all of my viewers out there. It's your girl, and I am on here today because I needed to just talk. Um, I had a really tough situation come about yesterday, and I just want to remind you, listeners out there who are struggling with being yourself. The world can be really cruel. But I'm gonna just be honest, it can be. And the people in it. It's not the world itself. The world is just grass and water and land. The world was made to be a beautiful place for all of us to coexist and live and use the land for resources. And God's plan was for this to be a really beautiful thing. But as people, I think we've just really turned it into something that it wasn't supposed to be. And unfortunately, we all, most of us really conform to what is the typical things that we supposed to chase after, fame, glory, success, youth, beauty, money. And these things are nice, and having these things are nice, but it's not really any essence in it. I don't feel like there's no real value in it outside of the material world. So for me, I'm at a place where I'm really trying to heal my inner soul and really become one with who I am as a whole package, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Trying to really be aligned and feel like I have a place and that I am, that I have the right to exist. Because sometimes, when you're struggling with mental health, or when you are an approval seeker like me, you give your power away to a lot of other people. And that's just a terrible way to live. And again, anybody who is out here struggling with finding yourself and feeling good about who you are, just as how you are, like you in your naturalness, like right now, no makeup, okay? My hair is not the greatest, just in accepting it and feeling like I still can put out content. I still can go out and hold my head high. I was a person that really felt like I had to be perfect in order to be seen. I had to look a certain way. I had to dress a certain way. I had to talk a certain way. And some of the more not so great things was that I had to feel like I had to overly objectify myself sexually to get male attention. And it really got me nowhere. It really got me nowhere. And I had a situation that come up the other day where I have a person in my life who I really confided in and trusted and thought I could really be myself around them. And this person wants to have a career someday in the fame, and he wants to be, or she wants to be in, the limelight. And they kind of told me that in so many words that, the way I dress and the way I carry myself is not appropriate. And that, they've been holding their tongue for 3 years. And really kind of just told me that, I look a mess, presenting myself online without makeup, and their friends are looking at me and their exes, and, trying to make it like, my children's teachers see me like this. Like, to me, so right now, this would be a mortifying for him. And that really was hurtful to me. And the way that it was delivered to me was even worse. And I think what I'm trying to say is it was just really hard for me in that moment to remember the truth. Because when 90% of the world is kind of just conforming to the ways of the world, it can be very lonely for those of us that are awakening to the truth, that are realizing that your value and your worth doesn't come from your success or your money or how many people follow you and like you. You know, I really, and it's really hard to feel good and keep your head held high when everyone else around you is telling you conform, change your clothes, because that brings up too much attention. He told me people laugh at me when we go out. But why should I change myself so that people don't laugh at me? Let's talk about why people are laughing at me. For what? What's so funny about my clothes? If it makes me feel good, then what do I care? And why are you so worried about what I wear that you have to stop whatever you're doing in your day to laugh at me? Let's talk about that. What issues are you facing in your life that you're so concerned with everyone else? That's the part we want to excuse, and we just want to make it all about you. But I think that if you are somebody out here and you are not conforming and you are living in your truth and you love the way you look, if your hair is nappy or if your hair is straight, if you have a pink shirt on and blue striped pants and yellow shoes, if that's what makes you feel good, then do it. Who cares about what everyone thinks around you? Because let me tell you something. When you're on your deathbed, do you think you care if the person that's coming to help you in those moments has on Prada and Chanel? That's when life matters and when it counts. When you're in pain and when you're hurting, will you not only take advice from somebody who has on or driving a Bentley? If you're not driving a Bentley, you can't help me. I'm dying and bleeding out, but I only want somebody with some Chanel perfume on to help me. Like, come on. It don't mean nothing. None of this material world means nothing at the end of the day. It doesn't. It's just a way to keep us on the hamster wheel. It's the way to keep us to keep spending. It's the way to keep taking and sucking your soul. But I'm tired of that. I'm tired of living like that. I'm tired of living my life for everybody else and trying to make people like me. It's spectators out here that are only out here to talk about you and to make you feel bad about yourself. But who does that? What good person with value, with structure, with love, with discipline, with the love of God in them really wakes up every day to spectate and judge people? And everybody doesn't have to agree with you or like what you do. That doesn't make people bad. This person, it doesn't make them bad because they don't like the way I dress. The bad part for me was that why would you sit around and make me believe that you care for me for 3 years and then just bomb me with this big thing about how I've just embarrassed them and I don't look the part, and because this person wants to be in a public image, I have to look the part, and if I don't, then it's a problem. And it went as far as like, saying I'm too masculine, and like when my hair is short I look like a boy and I should be embarrassed of myself. And because I changed my look up so much, something's psychologically wrong with me. It was deep. It cut deep. And so I had to sit there and carry all that, and then that person just leaves and like, oh, whatever. But now I'm left with that on me. And because I'm such a deep person, I'm such a feeler, and I think really deep into things, I had to I kind of broke a little bit because it really hit me hard. Like, wow, can I be myself? Can I not look perfect? I'm trying to do this DJing thing, and that's how it really all started. And they were like, if you want to DJ, you need to market yourself online better. You should not be coming on there with no makeup. You should not be looking all frumpy and looking like you have gym clothes on. Like, it's your looks. But see, I've lived by that law, trying to look perfect all the time and keep up with everybody and think I have to look like I have to look like a half white woman to look good. Like I don't want that to be why anyone follows me. I don't want that to be why I get any type of like DJing opportunities because of my looks. That's going totally against everything I'm trying to become. I am who I am. I look like how I look. Ain't nothing going to change my bone structure. Ain't nothing going to change my face. This is what I look like. You know, if I can't come online and show me being myself, why do I want to do it? That's just more fake. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with coming online looking good, but if I'm doing something right now and I don't have time to get dressed, but I have a message to deliver, I'm not going to wait until I put makeup on. And again, it's nothing wrong with people who want to do that. I do it too, but I'm not going to do it all the time. I'm at a place where I'm trying to find me and what makes me feel good. And it's just, sometimes it's a lonely place when you are a different person. When you march to your own drum, it's very lonely, you know. And I feel for those out here who really just can't make friends and can't find connections because you are different. You know, I've never blended in with most people. I really don't have no friends because people don't understand me. You know, they don't know why I want to wear the stuff that I wear, why I dress like I dress. But why can't you be a friend to somebody who dresses different? It's not you. You don't have to wear it, you know. But to go out with me and keep telling me that people are laughing at me, what? First of all, if they're laughing at me, I want a friend that's like, yeah, you got a problem, and will be like, that's my girl, or that's you know, that's my homie. What? But when you change your whole attitude because you saying people are laughing at me and trying to make me feel uncomfortable about it, because I'm minding my business, like I don't even see it, but you have to talk to me and tell me how people are laughing at me. Is that really a problem with me, or is that a problem with you? Because people can laugh all they want. I can't control people's opinions of me, but what I can control is how I carry myself and the people that I keep around me. If you're going to be an outsider and also take on the opinions of other people, and you're supposed to be riding for me, you know, I don't know. I just was really saddened by this. And you know, if anybody out there, I'm just saying, if you are unique, if you have different things about you that you like to do, different music you want to listen to, different ways you want to dress, different ways you want to style yourself, different ways you want to talk or be, as long as you're not out here killing nobody, hurting no children, you know, bullying somebody, be yourself. It is nothing wrong with being yourself. Don't let nobody come and tell you that you don't belong and nobody likes you because you dress different. Well, people are laughing at you. You have to look the part to be with me. That was a slap in my face. And I thought about it and I was like, well, maybe I need to change. But I've been changing my whole life, and people still don't like me. And if you know, and I'm sure people on this right now are probably like, ugh. But at the end of the day, I don't care if you don't like me. I am not going to sell out my soul on myself to conform for nobody. And if that means I got to be alone, if that means I don't have no friends, then it's sad, but that's something I'll have to deal with, because I refuse to kill who I am to just be out here being the same. So I just, you know, like I said, anybody, if you're being different and that makes you feel isolated, don't feel alone, because you're not alone. I feel it too. I'm your friend. I'll promote you. All the misfits, all the people who got rejected, all the people who get told, oh, you ain't nothing, laugh at you, you feel humiliated. I'm championing for you. Because like I said, when the end times come, Ain't none of that going to matter. God is not going to look in the book and say, oh, you drove a Benz. Oh, you kept your hair laid. Oh, you only was wearing Prada. Yes, honey. Come on into heaven. That's not where that is not where it's at. It's about how many people did you help? What legacy did you leave behind? How many people did you pray for? How many times did you forgive? Who did you see struggling and you offered a hand? Not how pretty your face is and how big your behind is, how much money you got in your pocket. Thank you, God, that you don't judge us on those things. Because, man, whew. And I also want to take a moment of silence for people out there who have ended their lives because the world told them they were not good enough. We gotta do better, y'all. And that's it, and that's all.